My top salesperson ever brought so much value to us that he eventually earned equity in one of my companies. In fact, he did a handful of things so well that he rose to the top of our company faster than anybody else before him. Now, at this point, we've systematized, and with his help, we've improved his checklist, so much so that we've got a lot of rock stars since him because they've got the advantage of following this checklist. Now, he and I were talking the other day, and we were discussing the list, and he said that there's one thing on that list that he believes is probably the most important thing that's brought the most value to the tune of tens of millions of dollars into the company. And I want to share that one thing with you right now. But first, I want to warn you that it's pretty damn simple. So much so that you may pass this up as being too simple. But often we have to remember that it's the simple things that make the biggest difference in our bottom line. So please take this in and just be open-minded about it. Because the one thing that we talked about being the biggest was his Rolodex. And I know that also some people don't know what the heck a Rolodex is right now, depending on what your age is, but it's simply a glorified way of keeping notes on all the people inside of your contact list. And he has a special note section in his phone that's dedicated to keeping notes on every single person that he meets, whether that's at a seminar or in a business setting or on the street or wherever it is. And when he meets somebody, he writes down their name and what they do for a living and what they're really good at in life and where he met them so that he can remember, and their contact information and anything else that he feels he'd like to remember about that particular person. And he also writes some personal notes next to that so that he always remembers who that person was and what he was feeling about them in a way that either he could bring value to them in the future or that they could bring value to him or our company. And then when he gets back to his office, he does this really great magical thing, right? He takes all of that information and he puts it into a specific bucket on his Rolodex. So if somebody he met was excellent in sales, he'd put them into the sales bucket, right? All of their information. If somebody was great as a leader, he put them into the leadership bucket. And if somebody was great in the manufacturing industry, he put them into that bucket. And he's got 14 different buckets that he puts people into. And anytime he or anybody else that he knows needs a connection, he knows who to reach out to in order to connect him with that other person, right? And it's very quick and simple for him. And I remember years back, the very first time that I went to Dubai, I stayed at the Burj Al Arab, which is the Prince's Hotel. It's the hotel that the Prince stays at when he's in that area, right? And I thought it was pretty damn cool that I was at a point in my life back then where I could stay at a hotel like that and stay in one of the top floors of the hotel and kind of, relax there when I wasn't doing business. But one day that I was there, I got a call from him and he said, "Hey, do you want to take a private flight in the Prince's helicopter?" And back then, that wasn't something that was allowed to general tourists. And although on that particular trip, I wasn't able to do that because I was booked in meetings during the time that that helicopter was available, this guy who worked for me had those kinds of contacts that he could reach out to and get pretty fun things done for the people that he's close to, right? So the next time you go to a seminar or to a business meeting or the next time you meet some interesting people, think about how important it would be to build a database of everybody you meet so that you could stay in touch with them and so that you could bring them value. And if there's a time that comes around that they could bring you value, you have a strong enough connection with them to be able to reach out to them whenever you want. That one tactic made this guy a millionaire. And there's more on his list, and I'm happy to go deeper into the list if you want. Just let me know in the comments below if you want more. But start putting this one tactic into your life right now and watch how your revenue grows. And make sure that your salespeople and the rest of your team do also. Now tell me in the comments below if you want to see more on that list. And if you're seeing me now on TikTok or on Instagram or another platform other than YouTube, then jump over to YouTube and subscribe and let me know in the comments. Tell me that you want to see more. And also while you're there or on any platform. Go ahead and ask me questions if you want to, because I see them all and I reply to every question. I'll see you on the next video.